All right, welcome back, sports fans. Thanks for joining us tonight in a snowy Tuesday evening as our beloved Bantam AA Eagan Wildcats face off against the Tigers from Farmington.
Opening face-off controlled by Palin. He'll give it over to Gannon. Gannon picks it off the wall and we'll move back to the Palin. Palin kind of fans on that pass attempt, but it does come out, and there we go, right to the stick of number 8, Charlie Vogel. Vogel looking to leave it for Becker. Now it's Umland. And Farmington, quick little kid, works out of the zone. It's a 2-on-1 back the other way. Palin to defend. Good stick there by Gannon on the back check to break up that scoring opportunity as Farmington with a bit of a rush there early. Puck down along the corner here. Becker battling. He comes away with it and moves around one. He's got Umland, and he gives it to him. Umland, though, tightly guarded. Is that a basketball term, Paul? Guarded?
Totally guarded, yeah.
I don't know if it's a hockey term, but I just used it anyway. It wears out Becker right in the slot. Shot. Whistles one high. Backup goalie for Farmington here. Not a normal jersey, so I don't know who he is. But Vogel collects here. He'll send it back in. Good idea. And Cats will get on the forecheck as they change the forward line. You get body play there by Nygaard. Puck dumped in low. Thomas behind his own net. Chips it up towards Overhammer. Overhammer. Look at this pass. Oh, he had Saleda. Saleda got interfered with there, and that's why there's an icing. So that's kind of interesting, at a minimum. Good idea by...
Looks like we maybe switched up the centers on the Lions.
Yeah, Nygaard out here with Saleda and Overhammer. Evan Erickson still lurking in the background over there with a helmet on. Cat's eager to get his services back. Nygaard. Face-off controlled there by Farmington, back down low. Nygaard again tries to... Oh, Karznia gets it. He throws it up off a skate. Overhammer is not going to get that one out. Shot off the crossbar. And Saleda chips it up towards Obi. We got to get the puck in deep here. We're going to call offside here. Oh, we must be short someone. Now I see that's Becker, right? No Chad Johnson tonight. That's what we got going on. No CJ. Oh, he's not on the ice, right? It looks like Land's playing left wing in his spot. Palin off the wall. He'll bump it up. Becker going every other at center, it looks like. Puck sent in deep. I don't know where he is. He hasn't gotten a shift yet. Puck up the wall here. Leaves it to the middle of the ice. And it's going to be a nice takeaway right there by Lucas. Luke working around one. Here he goes. He's got Land back there. There it is. Oh, Zachary just wide. Good attempt there for the Cats. Puck stays in nicely by Gannon. Gannon shot. Deflected. And now it'll be Farmington to slow it down in their own corner. They'll rim it off the wall. Gannon, nice skate to keep it into Zach. Zach with a good look to Pancras, who fires one high and wide. Now Farmington here. Tries to get it out, but Palin with a good stick to keep it in, and Pancras shot, sneaky quick shot. Puck goes to the wall, and good pressure there again by Gannon to throw it in deep. Cats getting the better end of this shift as Land keeps it in. Throws it towards, she's deflected towards the middle, and that one will nearly dehorn one of their coaches. So yeah, and it looks like we got two centers and 3 sets of wings. I can't tell what's going on. Where's Umland? Oh, good. There he is. All right. Yep. You want me to stand out here? Yep. So, Becker, there's a chance. Oh, Volbo with a goal chance on a pass from Becker right out front. Thomas will pinch in. Fights through one check, and it's Volbo. Behind the net, he'll throw it over to Karznia. Karznia will send it back down in low. Good job by Vogel. Now here comes Farmington, and they'll get it out. And Karznia back to get Thomas will get to this one first. He'll use the net a little bit. Survey his options and come out to the near side. Pass up to Becker. Becker back to Thomas. Thomas far side to Vogel, who is able to chip it in the zone. Karznia will change here behind the play, and Ben Gannon on the ice. Here's a turnover down low where Vogel will pick this one up. Tries to go up front, looking for Becker. Not going to connect. Cats left to retreat here. Thomas with stick and puck dumped in. Him and Gannon behind the defending now, and Cats right pass deflected by Umland. Here's Becker out of the zone. He's got Vogel alone. Kelly Vogel on a pass from Becker. He's going to score. Nope. Saved by the Tendy on a Best scoring chance of the night for either team right there. Well, outside of maybe the crossbar shot on our end, but Salida, Overhammer, and Nygaard down the middle here.
Cats settle in here as the game gets going.
Yeah. Face-off control there. Slade out to Gannon. Gannon to Palin. Palin, oh, he had time there. He's going to put one on net. Rebound lays there for a moment until that goaltender gets on it. Don't know. This kid either A, forgot his jersey, or B, is not normally on this team. He might be the B1 goalie. Yeah, interesting. All right, Nygaard. Face off. Now it's Palin. His shot again. Tipped up and out of play. We'll have another face off in the offensive zone. Cats with 4 shots on net, according to our excellent minor official group over there. It looks like we got Sheila Umlin, Liz Land, Amy Erickson, and
I thought it was Chad over there.
Is that Chad Johnson over there? Okay. Well, he's here, but is his kid here?
His kid's here, I thought.
Okay. All right, puck up the wall. Here's a chance. Odin, he doesn't miss many of those. But that one, the goalie is up for the task and does not find the back of the net. After Overhammer got a puck. That's going to be on net. Nope. Good job by goaltender. Is this Max or Clayton?
Clayton.
Is it? Doesn't look like Clayton. Is it? Okay, it's Clayton. Goaltender Clayton Haynes for the Cats here. Rumor has it he's playing in his final game with the Wildcat. Owatonna signed him to a big-time contract. We couldn't match, and so he's moving down there. Yeah, that NIL money in Owatonna, Federated Insurance, ponying up all sorts of cash to steal our goaltender. Puck comes into the zone here. That's Kratz. He's going to work on Karzia, but he loses an edge, and Overhammer gains possession and just chips it out and makes Farmington regroup. Salado, Nygaard. Puck up. There's it. Up off the stick of Karzia. Thomas will grab it. Work behind the net here, and spin back the other way. There you go. Pass to Karzia. Karzia up to Overhammer. Hammer's puck's taken away momentarily, but Nygaard was looking, Salado was looking for Nygaard. Thomas defending here and gets back check help from Salado. Nice job. Overhammer comes away with it, but that puck hits a guy in a clearing attempt, and good job by Nygaard to swoop in. Oh, he leaves it. Good stick by Easton Karzia to break it up. Zero. Cats out shooting 5-0 early. Face off, now it's Palin. Palin, nice job there to work it over to Gannon behind the net. Gannon right up the middle, but it's taken away. What a nice pass up by Palin again to Zach Land. Land gets it in onside, throws it down low to Luke Becker. Becker behind his own goal. Up to Palin. Now it's Pankraz. That pass comes all the way down. Cats will have to regroup. And it's Gannon. Over to Palin. Palin up nicely to Becker. He sidesteps one, but it's knocked off his stick last minute there. Gannon will just clear this one over to Palin. Palin fights through a check, and Land gets puck. Now it's Farmington on a regroup, and good step by, that's offside though. Nope, no call. Ref didn't see it, but we were clearly off there on the no take-up rule. Pankraz forechecking a bit. He's trying to tie that guy up, but the guy works around, and now he gives it off, and that's Land with the takeaway. Now look for Becker back door. Puck comes down here. Farmington works around, but rebound. Ooh. That one stayed out of the back of the net by the hair of a chinny chin chin as Land chips it out. Pankraz offside.
Well, the Tigers have had 2 really good scoring chances.
Cats have had a few too. I mean, Land had a good chance, Overhammer had a good chance, and Vogel had a good chance. But score 0-0. Nygaard on the faceoff. He's with Vogel and Umlin. Puck up the wall here. Thomas going to step in, and Nygaard grabs puck and throws it in deep. Cats on forecheck. Nygaard F1. Run around the wall and see if Cars keeps this one in. Comes out. Thomas backpedals a bit, and we'll just chip it up high to Vogel. That worked out. Vogel in deep. Yep, on the forecheck. Umlin, F1. Here comes Nygaard, F2, picking up puck. Tried to cycle it to Land, or not to Land. Umlin, who just Lays a little body. Good forecheck here. Vogel takes over, tries to throw it to the middle, doesn't quite get it there. And here's Charlie. Oh, they're going to call knee guard. Knee guard will go to the box for tripping.
Looked like he was up high on that one more than down low. But.
So it's going to be Becker and Oberhammer. Face off. Comes out, and it's Oberhammer. He gets it out of the zone nicely out of penalty kill. Chips it to Becker, who might create a scoring chance here. He wins his battle, but he's tied up. But good job anyway. Here's a chance. Becker does win it. Over to Oberhammer. Now Thomas. He'll send it in deep, I bet. Oh, like throwing it a little harder, but softly played it in the corner. And Farmington up, and that's deflected, but comes in. Thomas to retrieve. We'll go high off the wall. Good play by their guy to Ondich. Oh, that's a hand pass, though. You know that rule, Paul.
You're allowed to do it in the neutral zone to yourself, right?
You're allowed to do it anywhere on the ice to yourself. He played it with his hand, and his teammate touched it.
Took it first. Okay.
The only time that's legal is the defensive zone. You can play it to a teammate in the D zone. So that guy violated the rules. Can't close your hand either. Becker, nice job. Come on, Luke. That a kid. Nope. Eventually taken over by Farmington, and it's Kratz that'll regroup these guys. Ondich here, one of their top kids here on the near wall. Oh, taken away by Becker, though, as he bothers Kratz. Oberhammer battling, and it's Palin up and out. That'll probably go for ice, I think. Yep.
About halfway through the penalty kill here, and no real possession from Tigers.
Becker, face off. Controlled by Farmington. They go D to D here on the power play. Another 58 seconds left in the minor penalty to Nygaard. Pass taken away by Palin, but gathered back by Farmington here at the top of the zone. They go D to D again. Oberhammer. Pressure. Farmington moves it down to the near wall. Sorry, the far wall, half wall. Little give and go at the top of the zone. There's a chance. Blocked. Down there's another chance. Oh, that was a great A-scoring chance right there. Cats got away with one, and Farmington now off the wall. Down low where Palin, here's a pass out front, and puck now coming into the zone. That's, didn't call it. That's good. Farmington's Madsen carries it in. Shot, save. Thomas high off the wall. Up and out. We'll take that. And Saleda here now with Land as your forwards on the last 3 seconds of this penalty kill. Puck down low. Thomas with body gets puck. That's a terrible call.
He was playing the puck.
That's a bad call.
Sheila, did you get a GF pizza at all? Or are you going to? A GF pizza? Gluten-free pizza?
All right, so Cat's back on the penalty kill.
Chris, you want me to straw this for you?
Sure. Good play up to Land. Land, nice job, chips it out. And it'll be Ondich here for Farmington on the regroup. Farmington goes rink wide. That's an ice. And Cats will have an offensive zone face-off here on the penalty kill.
It's under 5 minutes here in the opening period.
Face-off controlled by Egan's Ben Gannon on tries to throw it in. It's knocked away. Here's a takeaway by Zach. Oh, Zach looking for Saleda streaking, but Farmington kid was in the way. Farmington now in their own end trying to break it out here. Let's see if Land, he'll be the pressure guy now. Saleda still lurking in the middle of the ice as Land pressures. There's an errant pass to Gannon. He'll send, go Gannon. Take it right down the middle. Opened up nicely for Gannon. He'll throw one on net, deflected into the corner here. Cats doing a nice job on this penalty kill so far. Saleda's right there. Karznia uses his skate to deflect it. Puck down low. Karznia battling. Taken away by Farmington. Shot goes by. And that puck will come out of the zone. Here's Saleda. Speedy Saleda with a good forecheck, but here comes Farmington 3-on-3 back the other way. Find a guy. The wraparound attempt, that kid loses an edge, but here's a chance. Oh, here you go. Saleda beat this kid one-on-one. Marshall working on this kid. Yeah, good play by the defenseman there, Bennett, number 74, but Saleda's going to eliminate him, take puck. Tries to move it towards Vogel. Didn't quite connect. And I'm going to turn this over to my counterpart here, Mike Gannon, who's going to take the rest of the game. Thanks, Mike.
Yep, JB.
Yep.
3:31 remaining in the first period. Who's in the box now?
Gavin.
Gavin Thomas. All right. Close game.
Kind of a weak call, but
Sorry for my tardiness. I'm sure, like most of you who stayed home, wise choice. Farmington drives the offensive zone. Picked up near side by Vogel. Big hit by Palin. As on the ice, you got Palin, Gannon, Becker, Umland. Becker to the center of the slot. He's going to take a... Looks like he was going to pass the puck, but lost it under his feet on the far corner. Vogel halts the Farmington advance. Big hit by Umland as Farmington is able to exit the zone, wraps the puck around the Eagan net. Gannon reverses direction. Nice little move there, looking up the ice to Vogel. That's going to go all the way down. Just misses net. Icing. Eagan. So we'll come all the way back down into the Eagan defensive zone. Clayton Haynes in net. Puck drop right to his right.
so 12 and a half minutes in, and scoring chances for both teams. Pretty evenly matched, but Cats have the shot 6-2.
On the ice right now, it's Johnson, Nygaard, Pankratz, Thomas, and Karsnia. Thomas takes it himself. He goes up and in his shot, deflected wide left. I think he got a shin pad of one of the Farmington folks. Puck bounces free, wraps around all the way to Easton Carsneal on the far boards. He's going to sail it near side. Farmington exits the zone, throws it down into the Eagan defensive zone as Pankratz tosses it back for Karsnia. Karsnia back behind his zone. Net up to Pankratz. Pankratz back to Thomas. Thomas. He gets hooked. No call.
Obstruction! Interference, I meant soccer term.
Nice job continuing the battle down low. Nygaard and Thomas. Puck pops free to Farmington, out to Gannon. Gannon to CJ. He takes a shot. That does not get through traffic. And now here comes Farmington the other way. They've got a 2-on-1. They called a tripping against Eagan. Oh, it was hard to tell. It looked kind of like he tripped on his own, but I don't know. Was the stick? Did the stick get there? Stick got in there. So Jace Pankratz will head to the sin bin for 2. So we'll face Eagan defensive zone to Haynes' right-hand side. Oberhammer, Lamb, Palin, Gannon. Oberhammer puts his head down like a bull, tries to take that puck right off the center line. Pops free. Farmington from the point. Farmington, they're going to cycle it right to the high slot. That shot, glove save. Nice job by Haynes seeing the puck early.
Yeah, 3 power plays here this opening period for Farmington. Looks like they missed a couple calls down here the other way.
Well, it's hard getting our fair play point if we've already had 6 minutes of penalties in the first period. 1:05 remaining. Shots on goal, 7 for the Eagan Wildcats, 3 for the Farmington Tigers. Land takes the face-off, rims around to Palin. Palin back to Gannon. Gannon up to Oberhammer. Oberhammer back to Gannon. Gannon's going to lob it up to center. And Zach Land. Zach Land's off to the races. Nice little shovel pass to himself. Around. Played very well by the Farmington defenseman. preventing Land from getting a nice scoring opportunity, and that defenseman was Matson. Pass up to Oberhammer. Oberhammer, he's going to tip it right at the center line into the deep corner, really forcing Farmington to regroup and try to make something happen here in their own defensive zone. Gannon and Oberhammer, they battle against the puck. Gannon pops back. He wanted to get another hit. Gannon up ice. That'll be icing as it sails wide right of the Farmington goaltender. With 5 seconds remaining in the first period, we'll have a face-off at the far circle to Haynes' right-hand side. Thomas, Karsnia, Becker, and Saleta.
Clear it, boys. There we go.
Nice job, Becker to Saleta. Saleta backhands it. As the period one comes to a close, your Eagan Wildcats will look to regroup and come out in the period two with a little bit more fire.
Continue the penalty kill with 44 seconds left.
Welcome back to period two, Wildcat fans. Your Wildcats in the home white, skating left to right. The Farmington Tigers in their way black, skating right to left. Your Wildcats start out on the penalty kill as Pankratz remains in the sin bin for another 37 seconds. Ondich comes up the ice for Farmington along the near boards. He's going to take it back around the Eagan net, looking for an inlet pass from along the far boards. He cycles it down low. That's a quick pass right through the slot.
Dangerous.
Nice scoring opportunity, but they miss on it. And on the ice right now, you've got Oberhammer, the Nygaard, Thomas, and Karsnia. Farmington up the ice. Nice stick by Nygaard. Kochek's at the center line. He takes up to himself. He's going to try to get something on net, forcing the goaltender to make a play. Eagan is back at full strength. 5-on-5 hockey. Missed pass up along the top side point. But Farmington recovers it. And it ends back up on Kratz's stick on the near side point. That's a shot. That's a goal. Beautiful pass right through the low slot. Caught Payne's back door. It looked like it was Ondich.
I think the penalty must have just been over.
Penalty was just over, yep. So the Farmington Tigers go up 1-0 early in the second period. Becker, Umland, Vogel, Palin, Gannon on the ice. Lots of game left. Face off at the center logo. Becker to Palin. Palin back up to Vogel. Vogel, he's going to skate it down. Becker's caught offside. So we will have a topside bubble neutral zone face-off. Becker lines up. Farmington wins the face-off. Becker steals it. Over to Umland. Umland hits up. It's in! Logan Umland ties this at 1 apiece.
Continues his hot streak here. That was Luke with the pass.
1 minute, 16 seconds into the second period. I say it a lot, that second effort matters. Becker loses the face-off, takes the puck himself, slides over to a streaking Logan Umland near boards as he goes top left and knocks this at 1 apiece. Same 5 will stay on the ice. Haynes back in net. Umland gets a stern look into. I like how the ref is like, "You good? You good?"
We'll wait.
That
We'll
they're
wait.
good. Farmington takes the puck off the face-off. That shot, topside circle right into Clayton Haynes' breadbasket. He's gonna swaddle that like a baby. And we'll have a face-off to Haynes' left-hand side, top circle in the Eagan defensive zone. Gannon, Palin, Umland, Vogel, Becker. Becker looking for Gannon along the far boards. Gannon has it. He'll whip it around his own net up to Logan Umland. Umland one time's it looking for the neutral zone. Doesn't get there. Becker to Palin. Palin up to center ice and Umland. Oh, Vogel was offside by about a skate. Just drifted wide as Farmers was able to tap that puck.
Logan was headed straight to net on that one.
Hey, let's go.
Palin, Gannon, Becker, Umland, Vogel staying on the ice. They have a long shift here to start the second period. Becker wins it. Takes it back out to neutral zone. He's going to go over to Palin. Palin. Across the logo, near side to Gannon. Gannon up. Bouncing shot on net. Stick save by Farmington goaltender. As the retreating defenseman from Farmington just is mauled by Umland and Vogel. Umland controls the puck, far corner. Tries to drop it back to Vogel. Vogel back to Umland. Umland right to the mid-slot by Becker. Becker shot tipped up into the netting. So we'll have a face-off, topside circle, Eagan offensive zone. Thomas Karsnia on the ice alongside Johnson, Nygaard, and Pankratz. Pankratz flanks Nygaard on his right-hand side, Johnson on his left. Nygaard to Johnson. Johnson. Touch pass back to Thomas. Thomas' shot does not get through traffic as Nygaard battles down low, tries to get something going here, taken away by Farmington. Farmington tries to push the offensive zone. Touch pass off the board, stolen by Gavin Thomas. Thomas. Nice, smooth move. He takes it up. His pass right to the mid-slot, just outside of Nygaard's outstretched hands. Farmington comes the other way with it. They've got a 3-on-2 advantage. They rotate it near side. Thomas pushes the Farmington kid right into hands. So I'm glad that was deflected wide and brought back out. Now Thomas up to Johnson. Johnson looking for Nygaard. Does not exit the zone. As Thomas is able to get back on his stick, looking for Pankratz. Pankratz back to Johnson. Misplayed. Sails back into the Eagan defensive zone. Puck goes back and forth. Farmington ends up with the puck on their stick, although there were 3 Wildcats right in the area. That shot off Haynes' stick. It's loose, and there is the whistle. So the puck was still kind of loose, but for the players' safety, they blew the whistle of a face-off near side circle, Eagan defensive zone. $10:19 remaining in the second period. Land, Oberhammer, Saleda, Gannon, Palin on the ice. After a battle, Oberhammer comes out of a scrum with the puck before Farmington's able to take it and wrap it around the Eagan net. Ben Palin, up ice, tipped by Farmington. Icing's been waved. Oberhammer tries to apply some pressure. Farmington back to center ice, and here comes Ondich. He's confronted by Gannon. Gannon puts him into the boards, takes the puck back behind his own net. And Palin. Palin up to Saleda. Saleda got pushed around a little bit. Now Farmington That's a shot off of Haynes' glove. Rebound opportunity along the top side circle. Overskated by Farmington, but Farmington against there owning this possession
nice
with shots
save,
on
play.
net and possession. Here comes Saleda into the offensive zone. He's going to take a shot. Wide right, bounces off the boards to Zach Land to Palin. Palin's shot just slides wide right after that was deflected off an Eagan stick. Oberhammer. Cross ice right through the slot looking for Saleda. That does not get through. Palin's shot. Puck is loose. Goalie's on his backside. They're able to get the puck back out to the far boards. Palin's shot does not get the traffic. There it is right there. Shot off of Saleda's stick. All right, so extracurriculars down low. Oberhammer involved. Sellers is going to the box for Farmington. And they're taking Oberhammer also. Roll of incidentals. Still 5-on-5 hockey. You got Umland, Becker, Vogel, Karsnia, Thomas.
It seems like often we get fouls on us or fouls on both of us.
Yeah, that was also a very quick response by Farmington. And right there was a quick shot. Nice job by Umland. Looking to get it back. Whistle's blown as the Farmington net is off the post. So what I was saying before is that scrum seemed really quick after the whistle blew. It was just immediate. I don't know if we saw any extra shots on net. I think it was just very protective of their goalie, which I understand. I don't fault them for it, but it's looked like everyone was kind of holding each other. So let's just drop the puck and play hockey. All right, we're gonna fix the post here. A little bit of a loose. So we're gonna grab a water
Get
bottle.
it back on its moorings.
Yep. Umland, Becker, Vobel, Karsdia, Thomas still on the ice. Haynes back in net with an offensive zone drop, top side circle to the goalie's right-hand side. Becker lines up, takes the puck. Drop pass out to Thomas to Karsnick, shot on goal. He went to the far pad, knocked down by the Farmington goalie. Thomas looking for Vobel. Wrapped around the Farmington net by Farmington. Now Umland has the puck drop pass to Vobel. Vobel looking for Becker. That was deflected wide. Vobel skates it, has it. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas looking for some space. Slides it down to Umland. Umland back out to Thomas. Thomas shot. Becker tried to tip that. Nice save by the goaltender. He was thoroughly shielded.
He snapped that right in his glove.
So the face-off again to the goaltender's right-hand side. Umland, Becker, Vogel, Gannon, Palin. Becker looking for Vogel. Off his stick by Farmington. Farmington back to the center logo. Their pass. A little far. Picked up by Gannon. Gannon up to Becker. Becker touch pass to Umland. Umland, Becker. His shot. There's the goal! That was a shot, a block, and then another shot right off the rebound. I believe it was Lucas Becker.
I think it was.
Taking up 2-1 here. Midway through the second period. Yet again, the first line coming through, putting points on the board. So much of a continuation from last week. What we're looking for is some contributions from some other lines. Nygaard, Johnson, Pankratz, they'll have their opportunity here as they're on the ice. Defenders are Palin and Gannon. Shot by Farmington. Pad save. Comes top side. And that'll be a penalty. Is that against Nygaard?
Probably. Now, does the current Odin offsetting, do they count as fair play points as well?
Right. Yeah, no. So we had Nygaard in the box, and the call is check from the back. Okay. So it is a 2 minutes. That's what's on the board presently. Referee's going to talk to the scoring table. Oh, Phoenix. Yep, that's it. They got a 10-minute. So they gave Nygaard a 2 and 10 for a check from the back. We will need another player in the box. So Chad Johnson will slide in there with his Bash brother buddies. 7:40 remaining in the second period. Eagan Wildcats are now back on the penalty kill for the 4th time of the evening. Clayton Haynes in that. Little throwback music here to 1980 something.
I know what song this is. Something in the 80s.
I don't know, I just feel like whatever song it is, it's either got to be a John Cusack movie or was it Elizabeth Gray? Face off, falls to Farmington. Kratz takes it on the near wall. Back out to Casano. Casano back to Kratz. Kratz looking far side. He's looking for a shot right to the top slot. That's deflected. Nice job by Haynes. He slides over. He had it in his pads, and the puck revealed itself as he slid back into position. That's a shot. Puck is loose on the left-hand post, picked up by Farmington. Skated back on the Eagan goal. Yes, Saleda, Land, Gannon, Palin as Farmington. They cycle the puck up top. That pass off the boards, but they regain control. Shot, blocker save, Haynes, as the puck drifts harmlessly to the near boards. Does not slide out of the zone. Farmington controls it, cycles it top side. That's a shot right into the back of his own player. That did not feel good. Nice pass by Saleda up to Gannon. Gannon, he's going to take it on the far boards. He's going to cycle it back, and he's just going to drop it and skate back. So 56 seconds remaining on the PK for your Wildcats. Vogel, Gannon, Becker, Thomas on the ice to kill off the penalty. Becker, nice poke, check along the near boards. Bit of a hold. He gets it over to Parker, over to Vogel. Vogel, shot, glove save, and covered by Farmington. So a face-off to the left-hand side of this Farmington goaltender. Near side circle. 37 seconds remaining in the PK.
Yeah, nice shot from nice moving shot from Chuck. Almost nabs a shorthanded goal there. 37 seconds left.
Karsvia, Thomas, Becker, Vogel. Becker lines up for the face-off. Pushes it over to Vogel. Vogel back to Carson. Carson shot off the skate of a Farmington player. Becker, nice job trying to hold it into the zone. That's brought out by Matson. Matson pushes up to Becker. Becker over to Thomas. Thomas, he's just cycling along the far boards. 18 seconds remaining on the PK. Puck is free. Nice battle picked up by Vogel. Vogel right through the logo. He's got Becker on his right.
TBT.
Takes the offensive zone. He's just going to throw it down a little bit. Loses the stick as he gets hit to the boards. 1 second. 5-on-5 hockey. As Johnson's out of the box. Umland's back on the ice. You got Vogel, Becker, Umland, Thomas, Karsnia. Icing is the call. That puck wasn't sure if it wanted to go there. So we'll come back into the Farmington defensive zone. Top side circle. Face off. We'll go to Becker. Becker, Umland, Vogel, Gannon, Palin. Becker, back to Palin. Palin shot. That gets all the way through. Glove down. Saved by Farmington. Just 4 seconds off the clock on that possession. And we'll do it again. He does. Palin's got good vision. But what I really like about this setup is I really like how Becker plays the puck on the faceoff in the offensive zone. He does a really nice job of either getting it back to the D or taking the puck himself, like he tried to right there to get a quick shot. But Farmington with active sticks, they're able to deter him off the puck and float it down the ice. Bit of a muff shot by the right D of Farmington, taken back behind the Eagan net. Becker to Gannon. Gannon looking up ice at Umland. They're going to wave off icing, saying it was tipped. Farmington's back, but no support. Umland's there. Pass up to Gannon, taken away by Farmington. But Becker, turnover right at the blue line. Come back down their shot. Nice shot by Palin. Gets a stick on the puck to deflect it wide right. If Farmington had been a little bit faster, they would have realized it was a 2-on-1 going the other way. Right out front, in front of the net, picked up by Gannon. Gannon off of Umland's skate, right back to the logo. And the Farmington Tigers will be called offside. We'll have a face-off right back at the center logo. As he can get some fresh legs in Thomas Karsnia, Johnson, Lamb, and Pankratz. So with Nygaard still in the box, we're going to have a bit of a lineup change, playing with two centers, it looks like, for the rest of this period. Thomas battles, nice job, forcing a turnover. Over to Karsnia. Karsnia up to Land, tosses up to CJ. CJ in the offensive zone. Kind of a shot, kind of a pass off the board, back behind the Farmington goal. Pankratz catches up to it, gets it back to Johnson. Johnson to Land. Land, he's got Karsnia. Karsnia, quick shot. And a nice tip by Johnson. He was right where he needed to be. And that just sailed a little bit high of the Farmington net. Zone held by Thomas. Thomas to Johnson. Johnson shot, stick save, patted away near boards, picked up by Farmington. Farmington's going to wrap it on their own net. Up to the top post. That'll be offside as Thomas does a nice job poking that back into the zone.
It almost looked like Farmington knocked it back in the zone.
Still the face-off, neutral zone topside bubble.
3.5 minutes left here in the second period.
Overhammer, Becker, Saleda, Palin, Gannon. Becker pushes the face-off back into the offensive zone. The Farmington's there to pick that up. That's up off the boards. That'll be icing. By Farmington, so we'll come back into the Eagan offensive zone for a face-off, near side circle. Same five. Becker skates around, telling his teammates where to be. Drop pass over to Saleda. Saleda to Gannon. Gannon back shot to Saleda. Saleda shot through traffic. Goaltender didn't know where it was. That was
almost
a great scoring opportunity. Farmington's goaltender squatted on it. Wasn't sure if it had gotten through. It did. He was sitting on it. So we'll line up, same spot, do it again. 3:14 remaining in the second period. Shots on net. Eagan advantage, 19-13. Becker again. Again, a one-timer. That's right in the pads. Rebounds out there. Oberhammer couldn't get his stick down. Puck drifts all the way up to Palin. Palin shot wide right to Becker. Becker, nice job looking for Saleda. We're going to have a penalty against Farmington as Saleda's coming through, as he could not get a clean shot on the puck, and it's just because he was hooked. So after all of this, Eagan Wildcats have a power play.
Interesting concept.
Eagan Wildcats have a power play. Vogel, Thomas, Umland, Becker, Gannon. Becker looking for Umland. Farmington gathers it up, push it out to Thomas at the near side point. Thomas looking to slide it back to Umland. Nice second effort by Thomas. That was taken away by Farmington. Now he comes the other way to Vogel. Vogel shot drifts just through the crease and wide right. Farmington able to gather that up. Poke check by Thomas allows Umland to slide the puck back to Gannon. Gannon up to Thomas. Thomas up to Becker. Becker's got Umland. Ball on the near side. That was taken away by Farmington, but the outlet pass knocked down by the referee. That did not feel good.
Good enough.
Umland along the near boards, drop past to Gannon. Gannon back out to Vobel. Vobel, he's looking for a slice in this zone. Gets it back out to Umland. Umland slides it over for Thomas. Thomas, that's a shot from the top circle. Pad save. Slides the puck behind the goal line. Picked up by Gannon. Gannon to Vobel. Vobel, his pass right for Umland. Umland, nice shot. Blocked by Farmington. Another shot wide right. Gannon back to Becker. Becker back to Gannon. Gannon looking over for Umland. Cross ice. Umland's going to backtrack to Becker. Becker on the far corner. Slides up to Thomas. Thomas down to Vobel. Vobel, his shot. Pad save. Slides it all the way back up to the center line. Puck tracked down by Thomas. Thomas to Vobel. Vobel. Hard pass off of his stick. He's forced to regroup, take it back behind his own goal. 19 seconds remaining on the Eagan power play. Vobel back on the Farmington net. Pass out to Gannon. Gannon back out to Vobel. Vobel from the high circle. His shot knocked down by Farmington goaltender, but there was a rebounding opportunity. Linda Becker. Becker's shot sails wide. Again, puck was left out front. It is now a 5-on-5 hockey. Outlet pass. Really heads-up play by Farmington as they were coming out of the box. But they could not hit their attacking winger. Intentions clear, though. They were in the Eagan offensive zone. Sort of face off to Haynes on the left-hand side as he was able to cover that puck. Palin, Tarsnia, Oberhammer, Land. And Saleda, Oberhammer, tries to sneak it up along the near boards. Eagan forced to regroup. While Farmington runs the puck around in their own zone. Nice job by Oberhammer with his long stick, taking that pocket right from the underbelly of the Farmington center. Icing's been waved, picked up by Palin. Palin up ice looking for Soleda as the second period comes to an end. Eagan Wildcats 2, the Farmington Tigers 1.
I knew I set it down. I don't know.
All right, period 3 of play here. Your Eagan Wildcats versus the Farmington Tigers. On a Tuesday night, the Eagan Civic Arena. Eagan Wildcats in their home whites, Farmington Tigers in their away blacks. Starting off this third period, we got Land, Oberhammer, Saleda, Gannon, Palin.
By my calculations, I think we got about maybe 2:20 left on the 2 and 10 for Nygaard.
All right, Farmington, they were just allowed to skate right through the slot, take a slapper right in front of Haynes. He was able to get his pads down. Nice save as your Eagan Wildcats save the rebound up to center ice. And Oberhammer, he's going to throw it down on net, forcing Farmington to make a quick outlet pass that's collected by Saleda. Saleda back to Oberhammer. Oberhammer, centering opportunity, looking for Saleda, goes off of a Farmington skate. Gannon pinches, trying to hold the zone. That puck is between his legs. Now he's able to get it back. Nice shot by Saleda. He just blocked that with both of his skates, kind of using his soccer skills. Good footwork, holding the zone before Farmington's able to come the other way with it. We got a 2-on-1 as Gannon's back. That shot right to Haynes. Rebound sailed wide right. And Eagan lucky that there was not a quicker return on net. Casano back on the Eagan net. Blocked by Palin. Palin out to Land. Land, nice job. Skates the puck up into the offensive zone. He's going to dump it and get a change as you got Pankratz, Johnson, Thomas, Becker, and Karsnia. First shot, second shot, nice shot by Haynes. That first shot was always scary because the bouncing ones, you never really know where they're going to bounce to.
And it bounced a ways out, and the kid hit a nice second shot.
Nice physical play by Karsnia, getting the puck up to Pankratz. Pankratz battles at the center line. Not able to control the puck, drops it back for Karsnia. Karsnia using that big body, trying to move the Farmington forwards as Eagan's forced to recover the puck back in their own net. And here comes Lucas Becker. Becker, little razzle-dazzle, still has the puck on his stick. Unbelievable. That shot blocked by the Farmington goaltender and left out front until their defense gathers up the puck and throws it down ice for an icing. So we'll come back into the Eagan offensive zone.
I've turned a new word here. As you tried to make me think I took my microphone into the bathroom with me during break, we're going to call those hijinks and shenanigans.
Shenanigans? Shenanigans. It's like shenanigans, but Gannonigans.
Yes.
All right, I like it. All right, we have Volvo, Becker, Umland, Palin, Gannon. Face off, near side circle, Eagan offensive zone. Becker gets tied up. Farmington, they're off to the races. Nice job by Palin. Just detecting that a little bit, allowing his Eagan teams to get back. And Umland up to Vobel. Vobel has Becker. Sliding through the mid. Slides to Umland. What a pass! I didn't even see Umland streaking through. That pass got all the way through in front of Becker to Umland's stick. Umland's shot on goal. Glove save. Nice lateral movement by this Farmington goaltender. 11:23 remaining in the third period. Becker at the top side circle, the offensive zone. Gets it back to Gannon. Gannon up to Vobel on the near side circle. Over to Umland. Umland's shot. Pad save. Rebound collected by Farmington. Farmington coming the other way. Palin's back. Puck is mishandled at the blue line. Gathered up and thrown back on the Eagan net. Gannon looking for Becker. And Becker, nice lob pass to Vobel. Kratz showing some hops.
Needed the sand wedge, not the pitching wedge on that one, but
Yep,
good idea.
Weird idea. Sandwich probably would have hit the ceiling. I don't know how Kratz got up there, knocked it down, got it to himself, forcing Eagan to come back into their own defensive zone. Vobel pushes the puck up. Eagan can't handle it. Here comes Farmington along the near boards. Farmington along the near boards in the near side corner. Picked up by Palin. Palin wraps around the boards back out to center ice. Picked up by Kratz and Farmington. D-to-D pass. A little toe drag at the blue line. As I think forward momentum took Becker into the Farmington kid. I think we got away with one there. Farmington, outlet pass taken away by Oberhammer. You got Oberhammer, Thomas, Karsnia, Land, and Vobel. Vobel He's going to get off the
I
ice.
saw a tip from Charlie.
They're going to wave icing.
Charlie Vogel gets the tip on it in neutral zone.
That shot on net. Knocked away by Haynes to Thomas. Thomas up to Saleta. Saleta to Oberhammer. Oberhammer can't get there before Farmington is able to take that puck and collect it into their own zone. Outlet pass to Grossley at the red line. Nice shot by Thomas, getting a stick on that. Hit after the whistle. Sternberg giving him the business.
Oh, I recognize that guy. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Face off, neutral zone. Eagan half the ice. Lands, Saleta, Oberhammer, Cars near Thomas. Puck back in the Eagan defensive zone, picked up by Oberhammer. Oberhammer out to Land. Land does not get it out past the blue line. Now Oberhammer shells the penalty box as Reed Nygaard joins his fellow teenagers on the bench. Face off, Eagan defensive zone, topside circle to Haynes' right-hand side. Land, Saleta, Oberhammer. Face off, won by Farmington. Puck is loose right in front of Haynes. Nice job tying him up down low is Thomas. As Eagan's able to clear the zone, recollected by Farmington. And almost an intentional offside. But they won't call it. We'll go up to the center logo. Land lines up to take the face-off. Saleta on his left. Oberhammer on his right. Palin and Gannon to his rear. Gannon slides over for Palin. Palin looking up ice. Puck slides through all the way to Saleta. Saleta touch pass to Oberhammer. Oberhammer through the slot runs into far too many black and gold, red, orange. I promise I know my colors. Black and orange jerseys. Palin holds the zone. They glove that down. What a nice pass. Somehow they let him all the way through. And that rebound, big time save by Haynes. So Gannon and Palin let Farmington slip all the way behind them to the opposing blue line. They've got two good scoring opportunities. Make that three. Puck is loose. Shot. Blocked high and wide. I don't know who's doing their sticks on these pucks.
A lot of danger here.
But Haynes is performing brilliantly as he is able to collect that puck, cover it with a face-off in the Eagan defensive zone to Haynes' left-hand side. My goodness. Farmington, parents ask for more shots, and more shots is what they get.
There was some dangerous spots there. About 3 or 4 of them in about 30 seconds.
The Nygaard's back on the ice alongside Thomas, Karsnia, CJ, and Pankratz. Puck in the far corner, picked up by Farmington. Farmington, a little touch pass, back and forth, back down the Eagan net. Collected the blue line by Farmington. That shot wide left. Pankratz is there to collect it, taken away by Farmington. Now Thomas, high off the glass, looking for a streaking Johnson. Glove down by the Farmington defenseman. Farmington dumps it, chases. Eagan picks it up. Their breakout pass, just a little bit too fluid. Picked up by Farmington at the red line of center ice. Farmington back in the offensive zone. Nice pass to the high slot. Thomas blocks his path. Comes back around behind his own net. He weaves through 3 Farmington players up the near boards. He's got Pankratz on his right. Battles on the near side circle. Puts the shot on goal, pad side save. Rebound, wide left. Farmington comes out of the zone with it. Forces Johnson to skate back to pick it up. That puck just all the way back behind the Eagan end line for an icing.
Just past the midway point here in this third period. Shots 28-20 in favor of Eagan. Score 2-1 in favor of Eagan, more importantly. But I think we got to get another one here somewhere.
Yep. Becker, Vobel, Umland, Palin, Gannon. Becker, back to Palin. Palin looking for Vobel. He's going to tap it up and over. Back behind the Farmington net. Picked up again by Vobel. Vobel to Palin. Palin looking for a shot. His gets down, deflected by Umlin. Umlin picks up the rebound. His shot screams past the goaltender. Wide left. Palin holds his own. Vogel to Becker to Umland. Umland back behind the Farmington net to Becker. Becker loses the puck to Farmington. Farmington's outlet pass goes on the far boards. Nice hit by Gannon as the puck sails free to Becker. Becker's looking for Vogel just outside of his outstretched hands, but Farmington misplays it. Becker was across the blue line, offside. Eagan will have a neutral zone faceoff near side bubble. 6:01 remaining in the third period. Eagan Wildcats up 2-1. Becker with Vogel on his left and Umlin on his right, flanked by Gannon and Palin. Vogel does a nice job picking up the puck, taking it back behind the Farmington net. But Farmington's able to catch up to it and clear it back into neutral ice. Palin to Gannon. Gannon. Nice job by Eagan, forcing the puck back to the neutral zone, making Farmington regroup back at center ice. Their pass into the zone, wild shot wide left, floats back out to the point. That shot knocked down by, is that Oberhammer? That's Vogel. That's Oberhammer. Outlet pass to Oberhammer. Oberhammer's got Becker. It's a 2-on-2. Back to Becker. Becker shot wide left. Oberhammer gathers it, drops it back for Becker, back behind the net. Becker looking for Oberhammer. That was off the foot of a Farmington skater. Cycles it back to Thomas. Thomas to Karsnick. Karsnick back to Oberhammer, right to the mid slot. Picked off by Farmington. Farmington's going the other way. Casano somehow still has the puck on his stick. He comes left. His shot blocked by Haynes. Wide left. Good effort by both Karsnia and Thomas. But Casano just wills his way through both Eagan defenders. Farmington regroups their shot. Close side save. Farmington was looking for the near post on that one. Haynes grabs it out of the air. 4:32 remaining in the third period. As unless we score here pretty quick, I can imagine a pulled goalie situation.
Probably about 2.5 minutes, I guess.
Yep. Palin, Gannon, Land, Saleda, Oberhammer. That's a nice shot by Oberhammer. He sails out to the blue line. Farmington player falls down. Outlet pass. His shot deflected wide left, picked up by Eagan. Land battles back behind the net, looking for Oberhammer. Slides it. Saleda! Marshall Saleda! Chris Eagan up 3-1. 4:11 remaining in the third period. Lots of action out in front of the net. Outlet pass from behind the net, looking for Oberhammer. Slides out to Saleda. And Saleda buries it.
I usually have a very poor sense of when something's a big goal or not in the timing of a game. That one seems like a pretty important goal.
I thought that was a big goal.
A lot of work to do still here. Just over 4 minutes.
Saleda, Land, Oberhammer, Palin, Gannon on the ice. Farmington, they'll take the face-off, pass it near side, take the offensive zone. Battle by Palin and Land. Puck pops through to Farmington. Farmington, that was a brilliant shot. Nice blocker save by Haynes.
Take it with you.
Zach Land overskates the puck. Nice shot by Oberhammer. Gets it back, or Saleda gets it back to Land. Land takes the offensive zone, near side boards. They get held up as Farmington takes it back to neutral ice. Nice job by Saleda for Land, and Oberhammer looking for the offensive zone, but Farmington comes away with it.
Offside.
Still looks like offside. A face-off, near side bubble. Eagan half of the ice. 3:19 remaining in the contest. Johnson, Pankratz, Nygaard, Karsnia, Thomas. Nygaard takes the face-off, near side boards, past Johnson. Farmington right to the slot. Had his pocket picked by Eagan Wildcats, and here comes Nygaard and Johnson. Nygaard dumps it in the far top side corner. Johnson does a great job playing physical, trying to get that puck. However, he just turns the other way, falls to Farmington. Farmington up ice to Karsnia. Then Thomas back in their own zone.
Like it.
Lob pass up for Pankratz. Pankratz was free for a second. Got to watch that stick as it floated a little bit in the air. And Farmington's outlet pass, that's not going to be deflected. That's going to go all the way down for an icing.
2:39 left here.
Puck slides back in the Eagan offensive zone. Farmington netminder. Probably getting ready to come off the ice when the first opportunity arises. Pankratz, Nygaard, Johnson, Thomas, Karsnia. Face off out to Farmington's defenders. They go across the far boards. Outlet pass. Nice job by Thomas floating back with him. And another big time blocker save by Haynes. Otney tried to hold the zone as Farmington's forced to gather it up. Misplay back at their own blue line gives Eagan an opportunity as Pankratz comes along. Pankratz, his shot. He had Nygaard right through the low slot. Nygaard can't catch up to the rebound. 2 minutes remaining. Puck back at the Farmington blue line. As Karsnia and Johnson run into each other. Karsnia comes up with the puck, but for a moment, knocked down by Farmington. Farmington's shot, stick save, Haynes. Haynes leaves it for Thomas. As Eagan can't clear the zone. Farmington throws it near side or far side corner.
There's an empty net now.
Pankratz sends it back to center ice.
Offside.
Nice job. I didn't see the offside. Thank you, Paul.
I don't know for sure that he had the puck in, but it looked like he did, and I knew he was offside.
Well, it was close enough where the goaltender called, or the referee called it. So a face-off in the Farmington half of the ice. Their goaltender is going to come back on the ice just because of the proximity of this face-off. And Becker, Vogel, Umland, Palin, and Gannon are on the ice. Farmington wins the face-off. They're going to cycle it near boards. That pass off the skate of Vogel still ends up on the stick of the left defenseman for Farmington. Farmington goes empty net. Weird bounce, puts the puck right through the mid-slot for Farmington. Nice job by Palin. He gathers it and throws it down ice.
It's going to slow up on this third period.
Icing has been waived as the puck does not even get through the snow to the red line. Becker back in neutral ice, drop past to Palin. Palin over to Gannon. Gannon. He's looking up to Umland. Umland to Vogel. Vogel along the far boards. He's going to take a shot. That sails wide left, picked up by Becker. Becker's shot goal! Exclamation point has been placed at the end of the Eagan Farmington game.
Tough angle on that empty netter, but he buries it. First second of the game.
So does Vogel get the assist on that? Don't know how that works.
Throwing it around the ring? Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. So Becker from Vogel puts us up 4-1 with 51 seconds remaining in the contest. The Farmington goalie back in net for Farmington Tigers. Vogel, Becker, Umland, Karsnia, and Thomas back on the ice. So Gannon and Palin just coming on for the goal, taking the positive point, and the plus-minus and getting off the ice. Thomas wraps it up off the boards, high glass, looking for Umland. Umland to Vogel. Vogel. 26 seconds remaining. Puck sails free, taken away by Thomas back at the center line. Thomas to Umland. Umland dumping it into the offensive zone. Picked up by Vogel. Vogel shot, knocked down by the Farmington Tiger goaltender. Covers it. We'll have a face-off near side circle. Farmington defensive zone. Same five will stay on the ice. I believe it will be for the duration of this game. Farmington slides it back out to center ice. Picked up by Thomas. Thomas, 8 seconds remaining. He's going to be happy skating it back behind his own goal. Cycles it himself. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's the final horn as Eagan Wildcats beat the Farmington Tigers 4-1 here on a blustery Tuesday evening.
Blustery and blustery. I would say if this is in fact Clayton's last game in the Wildcat uniform, it was a doozy as he came out sharp, a lot of big saves.
Round of
And,
applause for Clayton Haynes. Clayton Haynes stuck through it. We wish him the most and the best of all luck when he goes down to play for the Owatonna Huskies.
The Huskies of Owatonna, yes.
Hopefully we can catch a game in support of Clayton Haynes as the net is fully Max Pagachnik's going forward.
Yeah, we'll see you later this week, folks. I know Saturday and Sunday games. I'm not sure if they're going before then or not. But we'll see you later.
Have a good
Peace
night.
out,
Be
folks.
safe.